I'm in Birmingham, Alabama for the summer. It's my hometown, and I'm coming all the way from London. It's a choice to go in the summer. You step out, and it's a sticky, humid, and hot oven. I enjoy air conditioning. I enjoy indoors. I get attacked by mosquitoes when walking from the car to the house. Bug spray is my perfume of choice. But I'm here to make a doc about Alabama's wilderness. My friend asked me, "What do you like about nature?" But I'm here to learn about what I've overlooked in Alabama. And maybe I'll learn something. My first stop is a gas station in northwest Alabama. Next to the chips, coffee, and candy bars, you can also buy eclectic literature. Is this really the right decision for me? Not to mention the casual taxidermy corner. I set off to meet Kim Waits, who is a wilderness stewardship coordinator for Wild Alabama, dedicated to educating and protecting wild places here. Kim lives in a tiny house outside the Bankhead National Forest and was off-grid for several years. Now she has a TV and AC, thank God.
Because I've been a steward of this area for so long, I can say that I can literally, I have a photographic memory. I can close my eyes and walk through certain trail segments because I've been on them so many times. Now when I go off trail, I say to myself, I know I wasn't the first person to be here, but it sure is a beautiful place to be. Making sure that it's all protected. It protects us. It protects our relationship with nature. Nature has its own inherent rights. So it's kind of it's an intrinsic connection that we fail to see. It is my journey, my personal journey to become something in this world where I feel like I'm leaving it better than I found it. And I'm doing that. Wilderness stewardship is my lens in which I can be a better human.
I think I understand where Kim is coming from. I liked hearing about her discovery, that feeling you found something new in an unmarked place. I'm feeling a bit lost, though the woods feel familiar. I visit Maggie Johnston, the executive director of Wild Alabama. You drive down a 1-mile gravel driveway to get to her house, way different from the suburbs I grew up in.
I really love the Sipsey because of its ability to reconnect people to the wild places. Walk in the Sipsey, stand under a waterfall, walk out into the Sipsey fork of the Black Warrior River, and you experience nature, you experience the world in a way that you can't in your backyard. The Sipsey Wilderness is sort of the crown jewel for Alabama because to me, having that designated space, forever it will stay in its wild state. You can't go in and do maintenance on it.
Halfway through the interview, it begins raining outside. Let's move inside.
Okay. I've got a chair by the window. And here's another lamp.
Where were we again? I think you were talking about...
I don't remember. Yeah, and whether I got paid for this or not, I would definitely be doing a lot of this work. You know, this is important to me as a person, to my mentality, my spirituality, all of that. The natural world feeds us. Some people just have gotten so distant from that they don't realize it until someone introduces it to them. And I think that's the role that each of us who cares can make a difference by doing that.
My third visit is with Janice Barrett, also with Wild Alabama, and I meet her near a Sipsey trailhead. Janice points out to me bird calls that she hears and plants that she sees. My eyes and ears are not attuned in the same way. I wonder if they'll ever be. I'm just trying to take everything in, one step at a time, without falling on my butt.
The life of every living thing, the life of every forest, the life of water, the life of soil and air and plants and trees has as much agency and as much importance as our human lives. We need to be in relationship with our forests and our wild places because that changes us. It changes our hearts, it changes the way we think about the world, and it can actually save us.
Thinking we need to go out again, we meet up with Nelson Brook, who is the river keeper of the Black Warrior River. It's my first time in a canoe with a camera, which is unsettling. He calls my camera a milk jug, which is not untrue.
Well, we got this nice bedrock, hard rock bottom to the stream, which is what we want to see. All the crevices provide good habitat. We got mountain hydrangea blooming right there.
What you can't feel and smell is the sweat dripping down my face and back, as this was a day with a heat advisory warning. I digress.
Significant amount of aquatic biodiversity that is still able to thrive in the Sipsey Fork is possible because of the significant protection provided by the Sipsey Wilderness and Bankhead National Forest around the stream. And it's critically important that we continue to protect this area and even expand protections where possible, because these are some of the last little vestiges of biodiversity that we have. I didn't know about the Sipsey and Bankhead until I came back to Alabama to work for Riverkeeper in the early 2000s. And it's the kind of place where when you find it and you immerse yourself in it, you just feel at ease and at home because it's so wild and so peaceful. Like it can help people reset and recharge.
I meet Angie in the Bankhead. She's from the Mentone area on the opposite side of the state from the Bankhead and Sipsey Wilderness. She's come over here to learn about the wild and scenic Sipsey Fork. Test out the waters and see what it's all about. Me too, honestly. Oh, geez. Holy crap.
That was great. The water was really cold. A lot like Little River. It would take your breath when you jump in. So that was awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
A week later, I meet Angie in her territory on Little River Canyon. I get my second go on getting into a canoe with my camera. P.S. It does not get easier.
I'm a Cherokee County girl, and I grew up swimming in the mouth of Little River. I never thought that I would be tasked with keeping it protected. We have to take measures to protect our headwaters of our rivers. You know, the Little River watershed is a sub-basin of the Coosa, And so, it's basically headwaters of part of the Coosa River. Little River to me just means life, because it brings me life. It brings me happiness and it brings me joy. Unlike any other place. And if you don't like it, we'll stick you in the dungeon. Uh-oh. And when I'm 90 years old and my grandchildren and I are on this river together, I want to remember it just like this and be able to say, it hasn't changed. It's still clean, it's still pristine, it's still cold, it's still clear. That's the legacy I'd like to leave.
This place is a magnificent wisdom teacher. So Janice and I simply are guides, inviting you in ways that can help you to move into that broader experience of being alive. Basically are in a non-talking situation for the day.
And no, I still can't distinguish one bird call from another, and I can barely identify poison ivy, though that might be my own eyesight. But I've come to appreciate the many beautiful sights, smells, and the space away from city life. Take it slowly if needed. Find people who can educate you about it. Enthusiasm, as they say, is contagious. Though maybe wait to explore Alabama's wilderness until it gets a bit cooler.